Everyone, myself, Professor Khemchand Surana. In last sessions, we have seen about the beta-lactam antibiotics, and in that we have seen the penicillin and cephalosporin. Now, in today's session, we will discuss about the other beta-lactam antibiotics that are basically oxapinams, carbopinams, then monobactams, and beta-lactamase inhibitors. So these four are what the other beta lactam antibiotics. Okay, so one by one, every class of these other beta lactam antibiotics we will look it. So although as we know, the penicillin and cephalosporin are what the best known and most researched beta lactams. Okay, so whatever the till date the research has been going on, either the penicillin and cephalosporin are what the best known beta lactams. Okay, so there are other beta lactam structures also there. Okay, so which are having what a great interest in what their antibacterial field, means whatever the other structures means what that whatever the these fours we have seen, carbopinams, then monobactam, beta lactam antibiotics, and oxapinams. So these are having what having a great interest in their antibacterial field. Okay, so here is what the major subdivisions of these beta lactam antibiotics given, in that already the penicillin and cephalosporin we have seen. Okay, so carbapinams, okay, in that example is what meropenem and imipenem. Monobactam, in that example is what your azetrionam, and then last one is what your beta lactamase inhibitor. In that examples are what clavulanic acid and sulbactam. So these are what the other beta lactam antibiotics. So first we will discuss about the beta lactamase inhibitor. Okay, so beta lactamase is what your enzyme. Okay, so there the drugs acting on these beta lactamase enzyme, okay, that are what beta lactamase inhibitors. So as we know, the microbial resistance to the beta lactam antibiotics like penicillin and cephalosporin occurs mainly due to what your production of enzyme known as beta lactamase. Okay, so as we know the concept of microbial resistance. Okay, so whatever the cephalosporin and penicillin are showing what resistance towards these microorganisms. Okay, so this is because of what the production of your enzyme, that enzyme is called as what your beta lactamase enzyme, means once the these beta lactamase enzyme has been produces, your resistance has been created. So beta lactamase basically act by what breaking the beta lactam ring. Okay, as we know the beta lactam ring, okay, the 4-member ring, the cyclic amide structure. Okay, and that is what the beta lactam ring. So these beta lactamase enzyme basically act by what your breaking these beta lactam ring by catalyzing the hydrolysis of beta lactam ring. Okay, so what they are catalyzing the hydrolysis of beta lactam ring, which results in what your loss of antibacterial property of your antibiotics. Okay, so these whatever these beta lactamase enzyme, what will it does, okay, what will it do basically, so it will break that beta lactam ring. Okay, so once this ring has been break, the whatever the activity, antibacterial activity of these beta lactam antibiotics, that has been loses. Okay, so for better activity of these antibiotics, okay, the beta lactam ring is what essential for the activity. So beta lactamase inhibitors uh, basically whatever the structures or the beta lactam inhibitors that are having what negligible antibacterial activity, but they were inhibit the beta lactamase. Okay, as they reported that they are having what negligible antibacterial activity, and they were showing what inhibition of these beta lactamase enzyme, and they can be administered along with the penicillin to protect them from the beta lactamase and broaden or increasing their spectrum of activity. Okay, so whatever these other antibiotics, in that the beta lactamase we are looking. Okay, so these we can administer with the penicillin for what protection of beta lactamase as well as broadening their activity. Okay, so here the role of beta lactamase enzyme is given. Okay, you can see into the reaction. So particular beta lactam ring, okay, with 5 member thiazole, means 5 member thiophene, or we can call the thiazole is fused with it, okay. So in the presence of beta lactamase enzyme, whatever the 4 member beta lactam ring, okay, means cyclic amide structure has been breaked, okay. So you can see into the reaction, okay. So whatever the 4 member ring has been breaked and it loses their antibacterial activity. So beta lactamase inhibitors such as clavulanic acid, sulbactam and tazobactam, okay. So these are the examples of beta lactamase antibiotics, okay. These are act as what your suicide substrate for beta lactamase enzyme, okay. So they are act as a suicide substrate for beta lactamase enzyme. So suicide substrate means what? Basically these are what? Agents which are converted to highly reactive species when they undergo enzyme catalyzes the reaction, okay. So what is meant by the suicide substrate? These are what? Agents, and which will converts into what? Highly reactive species, okay, when they undergo an enzyme catalyzed reaction, okay, means during enzyme catalyzed reaction these suicide substrate were converted into highly reactive species and reaction will carried out. So they form covalent bond to the enzyme and inhibit irreversibly, okay. So what will do? They will form the covalent bonding with the enzyme and inhibiting irreversibly, okay. So what is the mechanism of action of these beta lactamase antibiotics, okay, or the beta lactamase inhibitors we can call, okay. So basically as we know, the beta lactam antibiotics, they contain the beta lactam ring, okay, into the first particular flow, okay, flow of these into the mechanism of action you can look, okay. So the beta lactam antibiotics, okay, they contain the beta lactam ring, okay, and it catalyzing the hydrolysis of beta lactam ring, okay, and it will convert it into inactive compound by using these beta lactamase enzyme, okay. But whatever these beta lactamase inhibitors, as already we have looked, it will given with what? Penicillin, means what? Beta lactam antibiotic. So here you can see, so beta lactam antibiotic plus beta lactamase inhibitor, okay, means penicillin plus clavulanic acid, okay. For example, whatever the complex of these two antibiotics, okay, it is what the effectiveness of beta lactamase enzyme will diminishes or decreases, okay, if we are giving in combination of these penicillin and clavulanic acid, for example, okay, means beta lactamase inhibitor plus beta lactam antibiotics, whatever the complex will having of capability or availability or the effectiveness of particular beta lactamase enzyme will decreases, okay. So once this beta lactamase effectiveness has been decreases, it enhances the activity of beta lactam antibiotics. So this is what the mechanism of action of your beta lactamase inhibitor. So here are the examples given. So first, beta lactamase antibiotic, beta lactamase inhibitor is what? Your clavulanic acid, okay, which is isolated from Streptomyces claviligirus, okay, and which is what? The first naturally occurring beta lactam ring that was not fused to the sulfur containing ring, okay. You can see the structure of beta lactam, you can see the structure of this clavulanic acid over here, okay. So here is what are the 5-member ring having not having a sulfur, okay, it is having a oxygen, okay. You can see instead of sulfur there is what? Oxygen. So it is what? First naturally occurring beta lactam ring, okay, that is not fused with the sulfur containing ring, okay, it is fused with the oxygen containing ring. And at position 2 you can see there is what? The Z configuration will be there. So it is what? Important as per your GPAD examination also. So Z configuration should be remember, okay. So next example is what? Your sulbactam, okay. So here you can see the structure of sulbactam, okay. Instead of single sulfur there is what? Sulfoxide will be there, okay, means H double bond O, H double bond O, okay. So this is what? Beta lactamase disabling agent, okay. Beta lactamase disabling agent means whatever the ability of the beta lactamase enzyme that will decreases by this drug, okay, that is what? Beta lactamase disabling drug. and this will prepare by what? Partial chemical synthesis from the penicillin. Okay, means from penicillin there is what? Partial chemical synthesis will occur on this penicillin, you will get the sulbactam. So just practice both the structure. Okay, so here you can see the again structure of clavulanic acid has been given. Okay, so numbering has been given, nitrogen having what? First preference. Okay, then second position there is what? COOH will be there, and at third position there is C double bond C will be there. At third position there is what? Z configuration, already in last slide we have seen. And at fourth position there is what? Oxygen instead of sulfur, means sulfur is replaced by your oxygen. Okay, so that is what your whole oxazolidine ring we can call. Okay, oxazolidine ring plus your beta lactam ring, you can see numbering 5, 6, 7 and nitrogen fuse. Okay, 1. Okay, so there is what? One more thing, there is no acyl amino side chain. Okay, in this clavulanic acid. Okay, so in penicillin and cephalosporin we have seen there is what? Acyl amino side chain will be there, but here there is what? No acyl amino side chain. Okay, so this is what structure of your clavulanic acid. Plus here enol ether they have shown. Okay, enol ether. Okay, Z configuration they have shown in second structure, you can see. So this is what important for your GPAT examination. Okay, next example is what? Your tazobactam. Okay, so here is what? Triazole ring is substituted. Okay, at third position. Okay, if the nitrogen having one number. Okay, so at third position there is what? Triazole ring has been substituted. At second position there is what? Carboxylic group, you can see, and sulfoxide will be there. Okay, so tazobactam, one more example, which is what? Co-administered with piperacillin. Okay, so it is what? Co-administered with piperacillin and having little or no antibacterial activity. Okay, means they are having what? Little or no antibacterial activity. So here the beta lactam is inhibitors. Okay, available agents, their beta lactam is binding and their potency has been given. Okay, so these are what? Different examples of your beta lactamase inhibitors. Okay, so next is what? Carbapinams. Okay, carbapinams. Okay, so basically these are also what? Class of beta lactam antibiotics with broad spectrum antibiotics. First we have seen that is what? Beta lactamase inhibitor. Second is what? Your carbapinams. These are what? Also beta lactam antibiotics having a broad spectrum of antibacterial activity. Okay, they have a structure that render and they are highly resistant towards beta lactamase. Okay, so these antibiotics having what? Highly resistance towards the beta lactamase. So carbapinams antibiotics are originally basically developed from the carbapinam. Okay, carbapenem. Okay, example is what? Thinamycin. Okay, which is naturally derived product of Streptomyces cattleya. Okay, so basically carbapenem antibiotics were originally derived from what? Your carbapinam thinamycin. Okay, so this thinamycin is what? Your naturally derived product of your Streptomyces cattleya, means naturally derived antibiotics from your Streptomyces cattleya. Okay, so the examples of carbapinams are basically imipenem, meropenem and ertapenem. Okay, so these are three examples. So here again the structures of different carbapinams given. Okay, so in first structure you can see there is at first position. Okay, there is no carbon, there is no sulfur or there is no oxygen. Okay, so instead of your oxygen or sulfur, okay, so there is what? Simple carbon is there at first position. Okay, you can see into the structure. Okay, so in case of your beta lactamase inhibitor, instead of sulfur there is what? Oxygen. In case of penicillin and cephalosporin there is what? Sulfur at first position. But in case of carbapinams there is what? Carbon at first position. Okay, at second position that sulfur substituent with R group will be there. Okay, at third position there is carboxyl group will be there. Okay, basically, and having what? At sixth position there is what? Opposite stereochemistry as like your penicillin. Okay, so in penicillin at fifth and sixth position there is what? Cis stereochemistry will be there. Okay, but here there is opposite stereochemistry to your penicillins. Okay, and also in this case the acyl amino side chain is absent. Okay, So you can see there is what phenolic group has been substituted, okay, OH. So in case of penicillin cephalosporin, there is what acyl side chain will be there, but in case of these carbapenims, there is what acyl amino side chain has been absent, and there is what phenolic or alcoholic or OH kind of a fragment will be there. So this will plays the role in beta lactamase resistance, okay. So again at position 2 and 3, in between position 2 and position 3, there is what double bond leading to high ring strain and increase in lactam reactivity, okay. And whatever this nucleus, okay, at first position there is carbon, which is called as carbapenem nucleus, okay. So this is what the basic structure of your carbapenem. So thenamycin, which is what naturally occurring antibiotic from Streptomyces cattleya, okay. So at R is equal to NH3 will be there, okay. And in case of imipenem, R is equal to NH, CH double bond NH will be there, okay. Similarly, the another examples are what meropenem and atrapenem in second structure you can see, okay. So in second structure there is what pyrrolidine ring with the amide, okay, with amide R1 R2, okay, that has been substituted at your second position with sulfur, okay. So at R1 and R2 there is what methyl group Ame will be there, that means what meropenem structure. And if R1 is equal to hydrogen and R2 is equal to the carboxylic acid kind of a fragment, that is called as a itrapenem, okay. So these are what different structures of your carbapenems, okay, has been given over here. So just draw these structures and practice them. Basically the thenamycin, as we have discussed, the first example of this class of compound which is isolated from what Streptomyces cattleya in 1976. It is what potent with extraordinary broad range of anti-activity against your gram positive as well as gram negative bacteria, including your Pseudomonas aeruginosa also, okay. It has a low toxicity and shows high resistance towards your beta lactamase, okay. This resistance has been ascribed to the presence of hydroxy ethyl side chain. Unfortunately, it shows the poor metabolic and chemical stability and is not absorbed from the gastrointestinal tract, okay. The surprising feature of these thenamycin are what missing the sulfur atom, as already we have seen the structure, there is what the sulfur atom has been missing, okay, and also the acyl amino side chain is missing, okay. So both of which are thought to be essential for antibacterial activity in case of your penicillin and cephalosporin, okay. So further the stereochemistry of your the side chain at substituent 6 is opposite from your usual stereochemistry into the penicillin. So in case of penicillin, as we know, there is what at 5 and 6 position C stereochemistry will be there. In this case opposite stereochemistry will be there, okay. So next examples are what imipenem and meropenem are what clinically useful analogs of your thenamycin, okay. So from thenamycin these imipenem and meropenem has been synthesized. So imipenem is susceptible to metabolism by dehydropeptidase enzyme, okay. So this imipenem will metabolize by what your dehydropeptidase enzyme, whereas the meropenem is more resistance as a result of different substituent at position, okay. So atrapenem was approved in 2002 and is similar structure as like your meropenem, and it has a extra substituent on carbapenem, okay, ring, that is R1 is equal to CH3 will be there, okay, means methyl group will be there, which provides what the stability against your dihydropeptidase, because imipenem is what metabolized through susceptible to metabolism by your dehydropeptidase enzyme. So whatever the methyl group which provides the stability against your dehydropeptidase enzyme, okay. So while the ionized benzoic acid contributes to your high protein binding and products whatever the high protein binding and prolong the half life of your drugs, such as that one's daily dose use, whatever the daily dosing is feasible, okay. In general, the carbapenems having a broader spectrum of activity of the all beta-lactam antibiotics. Okay, so these are having what? Broader spectrum of antibiotics. So the adverse effect of these carbapenims are given over here, which tends to what? More common with imipenims. Okay, so imipenims having a nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, skin rashes. These are what? Some kinds of allergic reaction it shows. So excessive level of imipenem into the patient with renal failure may lead to seizure. Okay, so excessive level of these drugs where what leads to seizures. Okay, with your renal failure. Okay, patients allergic to the penicillin may be allergic to the carbapenims. Okay, those patients we are having a allergy with the penicillins, they are also having the penicillin, they are also having the allergy with these carbapenims. Okay, next beta lactam antibiotic is what? Your monovectum. Okay, so monovectum are again these are drug with monocyclic beta lactam ring. You can see only the beta lactam ring with CO3H means sulfonyl group will be there, plus amide group will be there. Okay, you can see the structure, simple 4-member cyclic amide structure with SO3H plus your amide linkage will be there. Okay, NH double bond OR. Okay, so this is what monocyclic beta lactam ring, and they are relatively resistant to the beta lactamase. Okay, and active against the gram negative rods. Okay, means including Pseudomonas as well as Serratia. They are having a no activity against your gram positive bacteria or anaerobes. Okay, means they don't have activity against your gram positive bacteria or anaerobes. Okay, examples of these monovectum is as Aztreonam and Tigemonam. Okay, so these are two examples. Okay, Aztreonam and Tigemonam. Okay, so monovectums and monovectum beta lactam antibiotics, these are what? Monocyclic beta lactam such as nocardiacins. Okay, so here is what the structure of nocardiacin given. Okay, simple 4-member cyclic ring with the these particular substituent. Okay, so there is what? 4 substituent R1, R2, R3 and R4. You can see the structure of nocardiacin. Okay, so these are what? Isolated from the natural sources. Okay, at least 7 nocardiacin have been isolated by the Japanese company Fujisawa. Okay, so by this company 7 nocardiacin antibiotics has been isolated. Okay, and which is from natural sources. Okay, they showing the moderate activity in vitro against a narrow group of gram negative bacteria including Pseudomonas aeruginosa, and basically they contained a basically they contain a single beta lactam ring, demonstrating that fuse second ring is not always essential for antibacterial activity. Okay, so what they demonstrate or what they explain basically, so single beta lactam ring antibiotic. Okay, they are having antibacterial activity, but whatever the second fuse ring, okay, that is not always essential for your antibacterial activity. So here the one more explanation of these particular nocardiacins is what? They were act by different mechanism of action from your penicillin and cephalosporin. Okay, possibly by inhibiting the different enzymes which are involved in the cell wall synthesis. Okay, and also it would it also they it, also they were helped to explain the nocardiacin, which is inactive against gram positive bacteria and generally shows different spectrum of antibiotic from other beta lactam antibiotics. Okay, and they also shows what? Low level of toxicity. Okay, then the next example is what? Your Aztreonam. Okay, which is the example of beta lactam antibiotics reaches to the clinic and which is developed from the naturally occurring monovectum isolated from the Chromobacterium violaceum. Okay, Chromobacterium violaceum. Okay, So this is what the species from this Azithrionam has been isolated. So here the structure of these as trionam given, okay, so which is given ivily, okay, in that you can see the thiazole ring will be there, okay, beta lactam ring is what main structure, okay, then further substituent and this thiazole ring will be there. So half life of this drug is particular 1 to 2 hours and is greatly prolonged in renal failure. So penicillin allergic patients, they will tolerate these as trionam without particular reactions, okay. So again the one more example from this monobactam antibiotics, that is what tigemonam, okay. So here is what the structure of tigemonam given, okay, just practice that structure, okay. So whatever the structures in today's session we have seen, okay, just practice all structures, quite simple structures will be there. It will be asked in examination for short marks, okay, for particular means for either 3 marks or for 5 marks the short notes will be asked, okay. So just practice all structures, okay. In next session we will look into the next antibiotic, okay. So till that, thank you and happy learning.